All right, we're here in the Giant Clubhouse in Scottsdale with Carson Ragsdale, Giants' young future starter, reliever, closer. What would you, in your dream scenario, what's it going to be when you finally break through?
Whatever they need. That's what I'm here for. Help the team win.
Yeah. You came over in a trade and different organization a couple years ago. Now how is your game different today than when that trade was made?
It's not really much different. Just haven't changed much. Just tried to learn and adapt as I've gone through the system. Getting the minor league experience at every level. You just face better hitters, more disciplined hitters, and then you kind of adjust from there.
Tell me about your spring so far. What are you working on? And what kind of goals do you have other than just get outs? What are you working on?
Yeah, working on a couple different offerings. Make the arsenal a little bit better. I feel like you're always trying to do that, especially in spring. Mess around with some stuff and see what works, and just trying to get in zone, get outs, throw strikes.
You got a pretty nasty, looks like curveball.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you develop it? Where'd you develop that pitch?
I feel like it's just one of those things that came natural to me. I threw it like when I was younger, travel ball as a kid, and then high school, and then really started to use it and noticed that it was a weapon like in college as you got power behind it, stuff like that.
Where are you from?
Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Buccaneer fan growing up?
Yeah.
Were you there? Were you too young for the Super Bowl? Were you there for the?
I don't remember it, but I was alive.
Yeah. Are you still Bucs fan?
Yeah.
Okay. How you feeling about him? How you feel about Baker and you
I
enjoying?
like Baker, yeah. My wife's actually from Cleveland, so Baker.
She hated Baker and you love Baker.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been cool to follow. I was definitely a bigger Bucs fan as a kid. I don't think I guys followed as much, but when Brady came back, it was kind of a revival down there. So just cool to follow.
Dude, he has been great in Tampa. Baseball, it's not like football or basketball. You don't get that instant gratification. You got to work your way through the minor leagues.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that experience. I mean, you got to be pretty resilient, I would imagine, as a person to battle through the minor leagues. What are keys to getting through pro ball? From, let's say you're talking to a high school kid or a college kid that sees you and it's like, hey, I want to be a pro.
Yeah.
What would you advise them? What would you say to them about the process and the route?
I would just say taking every day, like one day at a time, doing what you can to be a better baseball player that day, and then not worrying about results, not worrying about like where you're going to be in a week or 2 weeks or a month or 2 years, but just doing what you can each and every day to make yourself a little bit better.
That's a great advice. Verlander, have you had a chance to pick his brain at all in here?
A little bit, yeah. He's been great.
What does a guy like that mean to a guy like you? He's got all the knowledge. You want that knowledge, but you don't want to just be like, dude, give me all the secrets.
Yeah.
How do you kind of forge that relationship and make sure that he shares what he knows so you can be here?
Yeah, I mean, he's been really cool. Just willing to share and just open. So just being around him, it's cool because he just like kind of is a wealth of knowledge and wisdom. So I feel like he's just always kind of like spouting something, like just dropping some kind of wisdom nugget on everybody.
Before we let you out of here, let's talk about the process. You played high school ball, you played college ball, you played pro ball, and then you've gone from different level to different level. What do you think has been the biggest jump as far as like where you're like, whew, man, these guys are good? Was it high school going to college? Was it college going to the pros? Was it going to AA? A lot of people say AA is really tough. Is there one level where you said, man, this really filters out a lot of people?
I feel like each level has its challenges. You kind of just adapt and grow and kind of learn what it takes to. You kind of like test yourself at every level. Like, am I good enough to be here? And then you kind of go out and just do what you do and prove it to yourself and to everybody else that you're good enough to be there. I feel like for me, AAA has been like the biggest jump. Just playing in the PCL with the ABS and really experienced hitters. Just trying to trust my stuff.
They just lay off
Yeah,
pitches?
like they just don't chase as much, more disciplined, stuff like that. So learning how to get outs in the zone and challenging guys with your stuff.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, good luck to you. And if Giants fans in San Francisco saw this, what would be one thing you'd want them to know about you and in either your game or you as a person? What would you like them to know about you?
Yeah, I'm just excited to be here, and I really want to contribute and help with a winning team. Yeah.
Carson Ragsdale. Appreciate you, Carson.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, man. Have a good spring.